Hello YouTube, Gabby Moga, and I just feel like making a video showcasing Madolche combos and my deck list because I haven't really shown it last video. For the card by card, we have the mandatory Puddingces, 3 copies of Madolche, followed by 3 copies of Pettingcessor, and 3 copies of Madolche Angeli. These are your starters, with 2 copies of Hook Cake, and 2 copies of Madolche Mesengelato, which are just used necessary for the combo. We have 3 Orange of Arclights, and I'll explain why. And Pot of Prosperity is just very mandatory. We have our 1 Field Spell Chateau, and 1 Ticket, along with 2 Salons, although people play in any ratios. I play Call by the Grave because Hand Trap is what hates this deck, and the 2 Promenade. Side note for the rest of the decks, including like Herald of Arclight, I tried to make this build as great going both first and second as possible, which is why there's things like Twin Twister over Lightning Storm, and Droplet is actually very good, either going first or second because you can set as interruption, and since you do your combos with 1 card is just very good. And other things like Impermanence is still good going first and second, it's just a negate if you see it, and an interruption if you don't go first. So yeah, I made the build very much able to just go first or second regardless of the cards, with the possible exception of Orange Light, because you don't really want a monster in your graveyard to start your plays because how Pettingcessor works. So yeah, anyway, with the extra deck, we have so much fodder, and the only mandatory 3 of is Glassouffle. As for why a lot of the random cards happens to be Fusions and Synchros, that's funny! It's so I can speedrun pick my cards with Prosperity, I am not joking. But if you want to optimally have extra deck monsters that you could go into, you can shove in a Rafflesia because it's possible to have a Rafflesia before you start your real combo, and a Zeus, and that's literally about it. There's never anything else you would summon in this deck, like, ever. But anyway, we play 2 Tiramisu, 3 Glassouffle, because we do banish 1 for the combo, 2 Chocolate a la Mode, and 2 Sistart, although this one can be cut to 1. So here we go, because I feel like just smoothly testing this on solo mode. So we have our starter as Pettingcessor. Doesn't matter which one we start with, although Madolche is like the extra monster. So we always do this similar line regardless of the combo, but this is going to end your board if we want to go first. You always want to summon, try to get Pettingcessor to get Puddingces to be level 4, and that way you can make Glassouffle just so you can discard. Never detach Puddingces, you need her as material for Chocolate a la Mode's effect. So we're just gonna now Synchro Summon into Chocolat with now a monster in the graveyard. Chocolat can use her not hard once per turn effect to just simply target a Madolche monster in the graveyard to shuffle it in the deck, and this will trigger because now every time and this one is not even a soft once per turn. If a Madolche is shuffled to the deck, and it has to end up shuffled in the deck, you can special summon a Madolche from your deck. Now with Angeli, we can have a monster in the graveyard, so Hook Cake can banish DXE, because again, you need them to be shuffled in the deck to trigger Chocolate. So this will let us get Mesengelato, because you need a Madolche Beast to search your spell and traps, and this will get us our field spell, Chateau, which, when activated, all Madolche monsters will get shuffled to the deck. And with the one that can go into the main deck, it will trigger our Chocolate again, so we can summon another Mesengelato. And this is where we search Salon. Now we did draw our ticket, but I am playing the combo pretending like we searched the ticket by other means, as you'll see later. So now we're just gonna activate Salon, and we are going to make Glassouffle again because she has another effect that we can trigger off. So we're just gonna use our only level 4s to make Glassouffle. And now, as we link summon off our Hook Cake and Chocolate, now because Madolche monsters were sent to the graveyard, this actually triggers Glassouffle's other effect to simply shuffle up to 2 any cards from either graveyard. We're only gonna do the 1, because we kind of want to keep some in the graveyard for a different shuffle. This will trigger Salon. This is to trigger Salon, and this is where you would search Ticket, So let's pretend that we did search ticket, so we're just gonna activate our ticket now. Yeah, this is pre-recorded, funny enough, because whatever. So with ticket now, we're gonna trigger ticket by going into chocolate. Now chocolate's not once per turn. It's not a hard once per turn to do the shuffling effect, so we do have a main deck Madolche monster in the graveyard, although it doesn't matter too much. And with ticket, they don't have to end up in the deck, as long as just it happens. We can now trigger ticket. We don't have to special summon. We haven't even used our normal summon yet, so we can pretend that we had this Madolche from the start, and the additional normal summon can literally be another Madolche. Ideally, you actually do want to attempt to special summon Messengerado again for the petting Cessor. So yeah, it's not exactly 1-to-1. But the idea is you want your M board to be Sistart, and you want a Promenade setup, and you can link away the chocolate so you can have a lot of Madolches in the graveyard, because Sistart has the effect to, if they were to be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can simply shuffle in Madolche, and because of Chateau, they'll actually end up in the hand. So yeah, this is now the OTK combo. I'm actually going to skip ahead to where it's different right now. So now we're at the point where we summon Messengerado with Hoop Cake. We'll do this again, and now it's going to be different because now we're going to do... And this time we did start it with Madolche. So now we're just going to summon our second copy of Messengerado. And we are actually just going to search Salon anyway, because we want to show you that you could just search Salon first. Although I do like... This is also why I like playing 2 Salons, because sometimes these combos are just much better performed when you actually do open any one of your spells. So you kind of do want to see any one of your spells. We're going to go for Tiramisu, pretend that we're just shuffling one. Specifically one because we kind of want to keep another Madolche in the graveyard. So we're just going to shuffle the Messengerado because we want to resummon it to search ticket. God damn it. I hope that wasn't very loud. So we're gonna now trigger ticket. And we can go into chocolate because again, she can just trigger ticket so we can get more bodies on the field. And we're gonna shuffle that Puddinsis. It's very important to try and have Puddinsis outside of the graveyard, so you can resummon it with Petting Cessor, because Petting Cessor will summon a Madolche and reduce level by 1. And Puddinsis is the only target to make a rank 4 if you special summon Petting Cessor. So that's very important to try and do. And from here you can make your second Tiramisu, and we're just gonna do that just cuz. And this is where you can activate 2 Tiramisus in 1 turn, meaning you get to remove 4 cards from the opponent's field without targeting, by the way. And look at our juicy hand. And with this we can OTK. Look at this. This is a lot of OTK. You can also OTK with 2 chocolates and your Sistart, because 3k, 3k, 2k. Or we can also just do this. Sometimes you don't have to overextend. You still do want to end with Sistart if you manage to not OTK. You always want Promenade set up. And that's basically how the deck functions. I hope you like and enjoy, and hope it was helpful to see this little combo guide. I'll see you guys in the next one.